Hello peoples and welcome back to Valentine Panic. So this is probably going to be uploaded on my birthday, so happy birthday to me. If not, it's the day after my birthday, but right now it's the day before my birthday. So I need to get a little adventure out of me before I get another year older by getting with a girl, which is something I've never done before. Tee. This is where I did everything? Yes, this is where I did everything. So now I get to choose if I'm in the front or the back.
Looks like you have to make a choice, newbie.
Because I'm so good at everything. Huh?
Which section will you be working? In the kitchen with Trandy and Quinn, or up here in the front with me and Leia?
I froze looking to each of the employee and thought, I had to choose. Who am I going to choose? Well, my second character that I like the best is this little lady over here, Leia. So I'm going to be a server. Since I was going to work in the front with Joey and Leia, I was given a uniform to wear. I matched the two of them, and luckily enough, I was told that I could adjust the outfit to whatever style I wanted as long as it was appropriate for a cafe. I mean, they don't look like they did much to their outfits. Joey and Leia seemed to be happy to have me on board, and I couldn't blame them. I'm awesome. The rush was going to be as crazy as I imagined, and the more people who were in the front, the better.
I look forward to working with you.
Look forward to working with you too, baby.
It would be good to have some help. Trandy and Quinn can run the kitchen together just fine for the rush.
If you say so. I mean, I remember being pretty helpful before I came up here. Oh my god, I thought that said Dick Lady Cafe. This is pink. I don't know why I saw that N as a C. I know why I saw that P as a D, but I don't know why I saw that N as a C. Dink Lady Cafe. Dick Lady Cafe. Okay. I'm disappointed in myself. Radio! It felt a little weird to be dressed like a server for a cafe. Mind you, not many local cafes even had servers, so I was definitely in for a new experience. At least the outfit I wore looked good on me, like everything else. My two coworkers didn't look half bad either. In fact, it made me more excited to work with them, since I just want to see them how they look outside their clothes too. Leia was like a ball of sunshine, friendly and kind, but I could tell she saw the world with rose-tinted glasses. It must be nice. It almost felt inhumane to think about, but imagining her angry or even remotely upset seems like a curiosity just to compare with her smile. Joey, on the other hand, was more of a mystery to me than anything else. Oh, the mystery man. Maybe I should go for him. He put up a strong and almost stoic exterior, but somehow managed to pull a charm out of thin air, as if it was peeking through the cracks in his shell. I couldn't help but wonder why that was. Weird for a stoic guy to be working at a cafe like this. Maybe he's still in college. Both of them, however, ran the front like clockwork. Joey ensured the organization of the cashier and counter, while Leia made it her job to clean and organize the tables and booths. Oh, why are they shocked? So, was the cafe closed today?
Huh? Oh, yes. Kay is on a business trip while our supervising manager, Naomi, is in France for a demonstration.
I already knew that.
Both the owner and the manager are gone for a period of time. We closed the cafe on the first day to prepare for the day after. The next day we open, and everything runs smoothly with no one knowing the wiser.
Oh, smart.
It's nice when things go smoothly. Then again, nothing wrong ever happens here.
That seems so perfect, doesn't it, Leia?
You really shouldn't say it like it's impossible for bad things to happen, Leia.
Well, I haven't seen anything bad happen here since I started working here, and I've been here longer than you, Joey.
Never say never.
So, got an optimist and a realist, and I guess I'm the pessimist. Leia really was the optimist of the pair. It was rather refreshing to see such positivity. But Joey had his point. You should never jinx luck by saying nothing bad will happen. Unless you got those rose-tinted glasses that she obviously has. Mine are a little cloudy. Positivity is good to have. It's better to be realistic. I mean, if you're gonna live life, it's better to be the positive one.
See, positive thinking always wins.
Whatever you both say.
You'll see it the way I do one day, Joey. After all, you get to work at the best cafe in Chicago.
We're in Chicago? I don't think having rose-tinted glasses is that easy.
I am thankful for that. Let's just leave it at that.
Despite the differences between them, working with Leia and Joey looked like it was going to be a lot of fun. So much fun. My first day of work was definitely not what I expected. I was asked to go in at 6 a.m. and was scheduled until 8 p.m. later in the day. I could only hope that the rush would not run me over. When I arrived, there was already a line.
Hey,
holy crap.
over here!
Oh, it's just always Quinn. I thought it was because I chose the answer that he liked before. A little sidestep to the alley, and I found the back entry to the cafe. Perfect. Found it all on my own. Who cares about this dude?
Come on! We gotta meet and psych ourselves up!
True. Alrighties. Once inside, I was greeted with an anxious energy. I could feel that all four of my coworkers were nervous, but as I was a new person, I knew I added a hefty amount of my own to the mix.
So, are we ready to open the gates?
You make it
Captain.
sound like this is a terrible thing.
It's
Love
not
it.
terrible, more so than it's exhausting.
I'm sure we'll be fine. Just gotta pace ourselves.
Can't pace yourself. Gotta rush. Despite the fear of the day ahead, with a solid nod, we were ready to go. The panic not going to do me in, and I had to make sure I pulled my weight. I did not want this event to fail because of a mistake I made, and thus the event began and the crowd flooded in.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
How may we serve you, ma'ams?
Working in the front was actually a bit terrifying. A couple and groups began pouring in, hoping to snag a sweet or two for the sale price the event offered. I found myself rushing back and forth between tables, making me work my brain hardcore. What are you thinking about that's making you work your brain when you're just trying to clean? How can I help you today?
Can I get some macarons and coffee, please?
No.
I'd like some tea and tiramisu.
No.
A milkshake is just fine for me, thank you.
Okay.
One slice of your famous strawberry cake, please.
Fine. Oh, no. 17 seconds.
Good
Spare.
job.
Thank you, girl. Huh? Oh, thanks. I managed to serve my customers perfectly within a minute of each other. Seeing their faces light up at my fast delivery made me feel a little proud of the work I was doing. To see them enjoy the food I gave them just added a pinch of accomplishment.
Hey, don't let it get to your head. We have more customers.
Fine. Huh? Oh, right. At least Joey and Leia kept me in reality. I was pretty sure that later in the week I would adjust the flow of the cafe and eventually everything would become routine and almost tedious. For now, though, everything was a new experience. At some point in time, the crowd seemed to die down a bit, at least to where the three of us can relax for a minute or two. I managed to sneak behind the cashier and sit down, having been on my feet for a long period of time. How did servers survive? Joey walked around the counter and spotted me, crossing his arms and raising an eyebrow at me, before shrugging and organizing some of the pastries in the display.
Tired already?
Huh? Yeah. I'm Bush.
Don't give up just yet. We've got a couple more hours to go before we close up.
I furrowed my eyebrows and looked up at the clock on the wall. He was right. It was only 1 p.m. We had 7 more hours to go before we could call it a day. Jeez.
Don't stress out too much. Leah's taking most of the weight. Take a break.
Okay. Huh? I peeked over the counter to see Leia still on top of her game, busting tables and serving the small line of customers still flowing in. The click of her heels made me drop my jaw. She hadn't sat down or stopped once. I felt bad that she was taking the brunt of the work, but hearing Joey's statement, I could tell that this was normal for her. I mean, they are the only 2 servers usually. Help Leia. Bye, Joey. Why are the girls always the ones that are still doing the actual work? Sexist. I couldn't just sit around while she was still working. I quickly got up and made my way around the counter, hopping into the fray and taking orders from new customers that walked in. Here, I got these.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
Anytime, girl. You're welcome, Leia. Leia smiled at me, which almost made her light up. I was entranced at the sight, but shook my head and got back to bussing tables. I made it a priority to keep work equally balanced between me and Leia. Maybe it was a pride thing. Maybe it was because I wanted to help Leia. Who knew? It was definitely because I wanted to help Leia. If I was offered a break, I might be a little weird about it, actually. If someone else is working. I'd be like, oh, are you sure? Okay. Who knows? Maybe it's just Maybelline. There came a point where Leia and I had finished serving the last new customers and had a moment to actually stop and relax. Leia let out a sigh and wiped her brow with a pink handkerchief she hid in her apron. Just drop it in there.
The masses are letting us have a break.
Thank you, masses. They must know. You're telling me. They giggled, causing me to laugh a bit as well. I thought I laughed first. I barely noticed how much time passed, but I felt glad that I was able to assist Leia in making work a little easier.
Thank you very much for helping me. I know that this was your first day, but Joey and I really appreciate the work you've been doing.
Anytime, girl. Huh? Oh, sure. Anytime, Leia. That's what I'm being paid to do, right?
Look alive, you two. Another rush coming in.
Okay. Leia and I looked to the window at Joey's exclamation, seeing a large group forming outside ready to enter the cafe. Despite the sight, Leia let out a happy giggle. Girl, stop giggling.
Well then, guess we better go make their day, huh?
Girl, you make my day. Don't leave. You're only allowed to make my day. Without a second to respond, Leia rushed over to welcome them and seat the new customers, as if the small seconds of standby was enough to fully recharge her. Had been enough. That's how you should word it. Okay. How? Before I knew it, I was back on my feet and the rush began again. The waves alternated with breaks in between, but I somehow managed to survive all the way till 7 p.m. Day 1 closed with us barely having the energy to speak to each other, only able to say our byes for the night. Day 2 was barely different from the first. With the next day being Valentine's Day, a large rush of people piled in, most likely to not get trampled during the bigger holiday. At least my body was getting used to it. A little bit.
You ready?
I'm sure we'll be fine.
You said that yesterday.
We're alive.
Hey, we're here, right? We were fine yesterday, too.
Save that energy for the crowds.
Okay. The second day in the front was a bit heavier than the first. Being that we were a day away from Valentine's Day, we had to manage.
Hey, do you mind bussing the tables on the right? They just sat down.
Fine. Maybe they should have asked and not sat at a dirty table. This is not a self-seating place. It probably is a self-seating place. But I worked at a restaurant and was not self-seating. People always self-seated. And why would you sit at a dirty table? Got it.
Better hurry and fill those orders. More people are coming.
Okay. As much as Joey's words didn't help, I had to focus. I didn't want to screw up the second day on the job. Hello. How can I help you today?
I'll just have some creme brulee. Thanks.
Okay. I would like some too.
I'd like ice cream. Chocolate, please.
Okay.
Coffee and some cheesecake.
Can I get tea and macarons?
You didn't say some. Okay. Ooh, I did better. Look, I keep getting better and better at this matching game. It's not like I've been matching my whole life, pretty much. And just like that, I had nailed my orders. Just like... I probably shouldn't say that. Leia and Joey seemed proud. Leia giving me a smile and Joey sending a small nod in my way in approval. I was nailing this. But I could only assume that the experience of the first day taught me well. Wasn't about to make a joke about Jesus or anything. At long last, the wave that had been rushing in finally calmed to a slow beat, slow enough for us to take a breath and breathe. Break and breathe. No, that's too many breath and breathe. Just a break and breathe. Despite being fully energized today, Leia seemed a little more exhausted than expected. Hey Leia, you okay?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Anytime, girl. No problem. No problemas! Yes! Leia gently leaned against the display counter and wiped her head with her pink handkerchief, letting out a breathy laugh.
Today is going to be long, but at least people are enjoying their food.
True. Took a moment for me to get what Leia was saying. Customers were eating their meals. Were happily chatting or lost in their own worlds, smiles painting their faces with genuine joy. Guess that was the benefit of working in such a place. However, one thing was off. Where's Joey? Leia listened to my question and looked around, becoming curious as well before letting out a small sigh. Did he need some smoke?
He's probably in the alley listening to music. If you want to check up on him, you can. He'll be back in a minute.
Oh, why can't I take a music break? When I was working at a restaurant, everyone was always taking smoke breaks. I should have taken a music break. Like, listen. I need to listen to, like, 2 or 3 songs. Just, like, some Simple Plan. Some Kanye Yeezys. That would have been great. I would have been so much happier at work. I'll stay with Leia. Although I'm kind of curious what would happen if I didn't just stay with one person. But I guess still, like, a majority, but through an ending that's not so great. Leia trusted that he would come back in time, and then I trusted her word. I took the moment to clean off a couple of tables, preparing them for the next wave of people as Leia watched
You're
on.
really getting used to this, aren't you?
Jace. Huh? I looked over to see Leia smiling at me. I stepped and stood up straight, nodding. Yeah, I thought it would be difficult to do, but I'm getting the hang of serving. Leia giggled and gave me a thumbs up.
Good. We have many more people to make happy this Valentine's Day.
Jace. For a second, a thought crossed my mind. Before I could control it, my voice let the question of it slip. How are you so happy and excited to serve people? Leia stared at me for a moment, absorbing the question and formulating her answer behind enigmatic eyes. Was my question really that deep and reflective to answer? Finally, Leia replied with a much gentler smile.
Because I like making people happy. It's a fault of mine, I know. But I like to assume that everyone is a good person.
I understand the first half. Second half, not so much. Everyone's got issues. The silence that lingered in the air between us only jabbed her answer into my soul that much harder. She truly was innocent, yet she was aware of it and accepted it happily.
Yes, I know it can be a bit unnerving, but positivity hasn't failed me yet. And even if it does, I will continue to try and keep smiling and doing my best to make other people happy.
Wish I could be more like you, girl. That's really noble of you. I was awestruck to say the very least. Leia stared at me for a moment, hearing my compliment, before giggling and playing with her ponytail.
It's nothing, really. But thank you.
You're welcome. At last, Joey came into the cafe from the kitchen and stretched, having had a good moment to himself. For long, we were back in the grind of the day, serving people and doing our jobs. The day was rough, but with the three of us working together, we were able to serve every customer to the fullest and walk away feeling proud of the work we did. I mean, the second day of work was somehow much more tiring than the first. Maybe it was because of the workload, or maybe it was because it's the tediousness of the job starting to get to me. Either way, I had to shake it off, and go into the third day. Valentine's Day. Talk about being nervous. I was internally shaking. If the first 2 days were merely glimpses of the chaos that could occur, then the actual holiday would be a nightmare. I expected and prepared for the worst. No breaks, no time to settle into any form of autopilot mode. I had to be constantly on my toes. At least this was the last day of the event. However, one question lingered. What happens after the event? Was this job temporary, or was this going to be the job I kept forever? Details were never discussed, but we'll find out later, okay. At least this week was worth $725. Psyche for the third day seemed a little off. Leia, despite Leia being the happy and positive one of the bunch, something about her smile and seemed nervous for the day ahead. Probably for the expected crowd.
All right, gang.
Talk.
Last day of the event. We got this.
Let's do the best we can.
We can do this. We can relax and celebrate after.
You know what, Leia? You're right. Let's aim to get everything done. Then we can have a little event of our own when we close up.
Ooh. Rendezvous. We can do that? The group nodded, and I took that as yes. I could get through this. I knew it. I was stunned to see how many people would line up for the cafe. There was never an empty table, and the line seemed to stretch endlessly beyond the front door. Needless to say, we had our work cut out for
Hey,
us.
tables on the left need assistance. Get on that.
That doesn't sound like a question. All right.
Let's do the best we can, all right?
All right. Today was the last day of the event. We had to finish it strong, and that started with the success of the first handful of orders. Hey, how can I serve you today?
Hello. Can I just get some coffee, please?
Ooh, your strawberry cake sounds delicious. I'll take a slice of that.
Okay.
Tea, please. Thank you.
I'd like a milkshake, a cupcake, and some tiramisu.
You sound a little young for tiramisu. Okay. Best thing about working at a restaurant is hearing people's server voices.
Hold on,
no!
I'll take care of it.
Ah! I failed! I didn't even notice! Something up on an order was not something Joey was going to allow, so I had to move aside as Joey took up my customers. I could faintly see a small glare in my direction. making a shudder run down my spine.
It's okay. It's the last day, so it's better if he takes care of things we miss, all right?
Okay. I felt suddenly helpless. We faltered a little bit and managed to work through the entire day without a single break. Talk about a rush. Is she not going to love me anymore? I barely even noticed the time as our day finally ended. It was over. It was finally over. After wave upon wave of customers, we tore our way through the crowd and managed to feed every person that came in with precise ease. The Valentine's Day rush had ended and there were no more customers to deal with after 8 p.m. Each one of us felt sweet relief as Leia twisted the deadbolt in the front door and officially locked up.
We are now closed. Good work, everyone.
Except for me.
We did it! Oh, what a week.
Right? That was a lot. We definitely had more customers than last year.
Well, we can thank the biggest space for that.
We had grouped a pair of tables together to make a large eating area for us. To sit down and actually be able to fully sink into the chair was absolutely pleasurable. Almost sexually so. Why? To think that I had made it through the 3 days of intense work. Well, kinda. The payroll was going to be well worth it. Quinn rushed into the kitchen and brought out a gorgeous pink and soft yellow cake, setting it down between all of us and slicing it up for consumption. I was ecstatic to see pink velvet inside and couldn't wait to eat. You guys were amazing.
You too! We couldn't have done this without you.
Don't cut me off like that, girl. I got to see all 4 of my coworkers looking up at me with genuine smiles. Even Joey, even though he was mad at me earlier. I couldn't help but smile as well. I was happy to help, and if I wanted to keep this job, I'd be able to work with them a little while longer. As I thought of that, my phone began to buzz. Huh? Hello?
Hey! I heard you did a fantastic job during the rush. I hope it wasn't too difficult to handle.
I messed up. Oh no. Everything worked out in the end.
Good! Awesome! All right then. Well, I've already mailed your paycheck, so you should have it by tomorrow. But there is one question that still remains.
They still want me? Would I continue working there? The question is if I wanted to continue working here. Oh. I could say I don't? Because I failed? I don't. I didn't need to stay there. With the paycheck I was given, I was able to sustain myself and find employment in a profession I really enjoyed. I kept in touch with the workers, sure, but I knew what I wanted to do. And that was how I handled a Valentine panic. And so long. Okay, well, I'll go back to that. What the hell? Ah, dang it. So far, so good. I was busting at orders left and right, trying to get as much done as possible. Sure, being a server was hard enough, but once you get the ball rolling, there's time seems to slip from your mind, and you wind up being at a lull before you know it. At last, the crowd eased up a bit, and we were given some time to stop and breathe. Leia and Joey were behind the counter and began to restock the display case while I cleaned off some tables and prepped for the next wave. I smiled as Leia nudged Joey and cocked her head towards the kitchen door, allowing him to pull out his headphones and plug them into his phone as he walked through. Leia, however, continued to stock her case. Of course, I'm going to help Leia again, so I guess if I fail, then I don't get a choice to talk to him again and I can't get the best ending. Cleaning up the latest empty table, I washed my hands and went to offer my assistance to Leia. Need any help? Leia looked over and smiled, holding up a tray of pastries, freshly made from the kitchen.
Why, yes, I do need help sorting these. Thank you.
Welcome. With a small laugh, I began to help her place the pastries from the tray into the appropriate spots in the display. While I was mainly focused on which pastries were what, Leia made the ones that she placed look perfect, picture ready. You sure got a handle on making the pastries look good.
Huh?
Leia paused for a moment, looking into the display case to see what I had meant, before giggling and nodding.
Well, a lot of people take pictures of the pastries in the case. Might as well make the pictures worth taking.
So, I had to agree to that. It was good for business, and it was good for slight sentimental value to remember the pastries you liked. I was curious, though, about Leia's history with the cafe. Why not ask now? So, Leia, how long have you worked here?
Oh, I've worked here for 3 years now. This cafe is such a wonderful place. I just can't bring myself to leave it.
Really? Have there been opportunities to? Leia nodded, but shrugged cutely.
I've been asked to be a manager or a secretary at many local businesses, but nothing feels like waking up and working at a cafe. You meet so many nice people and you start their day off.
It works with your goals to make people happy. Leia nodded, affirming my statement. She really was a woman devoted to humanity. There were not many people like her, and I couldn't help her.
I want to thank you for being honest with me, by the way.
About what? Huh? Leia twirled her hair through her fingers as she continued to speak, reminding me of our brief conversation yesterday.
When you said my reasons were noble, not many people see it that way and think I'm just being naive. But I'm glad someone can see that I meant what I said.
No problem,
You
babe.
don't know how much that means to me. Truly and deeply. Thank you.
Leia gently lifted up my hands and simply held them, letting the warmth of her own resonate with mine. It felt nice and I felt calm, just by having more to do in that cafe. Leia was special and I intended to see the relationship between us grow. Hopefully she does too. Both of us, however, wound up looking at the time and checking the window for more customers. Well, as luck had it, we had a line starting to form and we had to get back to serving. Joey walked into the cafe right on cue to start ushering people inside and taking orders at the cashier. Alright, let's finish this off and make some people's days.
Right.
It was over. It was finally over. After a wave of customers and it was all the same. Oh, I still could say I don't. I do. In all honesty, this seems like a good job to have. I thought I couldn't say I don't before. The pay was good, the people who worked here were great, and who knows, maybe I could wind up going far in the future thanks to this job. I was willing to stay a little while longer. Everyone around me seemed extremely happy at my answer, eating silently not to disturb my phone call, but grinning from ear to ear.
Great! Naomi, the manager, should be returning tomorrow and she'll be able to work with you to sign the tax papers and stuff. Legalities and all. You know, what's up with that?
True.
Alrighty then! I look forward to seeing you in the cafe. Have a good night!
Good night. You too. To hang up, Leia let out a gigantic cheer, scaring everyone a bit.
Yay! We have a new member of the family.
Hold on,
family?
we're a family now? I already have one numbskull brother.
And I got another
I
sister.
heard that!
We've always been a family. We work so well together, it only makes sense.
I was happy at Leia's excitement, but I was more excited to see what the future would hold. Would I like it here in the long run? Who knew? Still, it was something worth exploring. I continued to work up front with Leia and Joey. Since the rush was over, the attendance at the cafe seemed much more calm and manageable. Serving people became almost pitifully easy. I don't know why I was still dancing when the music changed. Leia, however, still continued to work hard to give every customer a perfect experience. I had to commend her for her hard work and found myself following in her footsteps, hoping to find the same level of accomplishment she did. There were moments I was able to help and aid her, giving her a well-deserved break from work.
All right, 2 lattes and...
Me! A tray of macarons? I got it for you, Leia. Surprised look on her face and the smile that followed after were rewards enough for helping her.
Thank you!
Anytime, girl. Soon enough, we managed to work symbiotically, moving like a well-oiled machine to serve customers and have enough time to relax together. We did what we could to make both of our lives easier and better. At one break, Leia even went so far as to give me a special gift. Oh, huh? Leia? A new, clean orange handkerchief that matched hers.
Please, take it. I'm happy that I can work with you.
Aw. Her gesture pulled at my soul. I knew at that moment I was going to grow closer to her in the future. Perhaps the Valentine panic was a good panic after all. And Leia's kindness. Okay, well, that was Leia's ending, the good ending. There are others. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see y'all later, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!